What's up, universe? It's Julie here and welcome back. So Joe and I have been kind of stewing with the idea of doing a countdown to Thanksgiving, or kind of like our own Thanksgiving reality show, because I have to be prepping for Thanksgiving anyway. I'm going to be hosting this year in our small little home, and it's a lot of coordinating things. Usually Lincoln would be with me, but he's actually at his grandparents right now, so I do have the flexibility and freedom to do my big haul of shopping and even record this for you guys. But first, before I start, I have to work on my Thanksgiving recipes and prep sheet. And this is something that I actually did myself a favor with by doing it last year. And that kind of helped me to have this general game plan already set. And all I did was like copy and paste it to a new document. And then I'm just gonna make some adjustments because maybe there's some recipes I did last year that I didn't really like for this year. I don't have a ton of Thanksgiving recipes on chefjulieyoon.com, but I did just post a 10 unexpected Thanksgiving sides and starters video, so make sure you check it out. I'll link it down below. And actually, some of the recipes that I'll be pulling will be coming from that video because I'm actually making it in real life for our Thanksgiving this year. Okay, so there's gonna be a couple of recipes that I use this year that I've never tried before, and I don't normally recommend that. But for me, because I basically know how to make all Thanksgiving food somewhat, even if I don't have a recipe, I'm sure I can come up with something on the fly. I'm gonna pull a couple of newer ones, and then I always just kind of like make it my own too while I'm doing it. So then I like to put the prep notes down. For instance, for like stuffing, I'll say like cube bread, toast bread, chop up vegetables, saute vegetables. So then I know like these are the tasks that I have to do when I look at it at a quick glance. And then when I'm trying to plan out what I'm gonna do when for the next couple of days, then I know, oh, you know what, I can actually chop the vegetables for my stuffing and hold them in Ziploc bags. So that's why I do the kind of like double work of writing out a prep list as well as the recipe itself. Does that make sense? So then what I did for this year is I just kind of copied and pasted, and then I'm gonna put some additional things. Like last year I didn't do a charcuterie board. This year I'm gonna maybe try, and I think I'll add my sweet and spicy nuts. And then I'm gonna use the Ina Garden's perfect roast turkey recipe again, but I do a couple of different things to it. I also put butter underneath the skin, which is not in that recipe. So these are my stuffed mushrooms, for instance. This is my recipe. If you want to get some of my recipes, you can just go to chefjulieyoon.com and print them out. I just happen to put them here because I like to put everything together. So in case I didn't mention it, today is Monday, which is day 1 of my prep. So I have about 3 days of prep. And for instance, tomorrow I'm gonna have Lincoln around at home and I'm gonna be watching him. So it'll be a little bit challenging, so I won't have that much time, but that's real life, right? Like nobody really has all day long to prepare for Thanksgiving. You just do it when you can after work or in spurts. We interrupt this program to face reality and real responsibilities during life. Joe's interrupting me to check out the thumbnail for our video that we're gonna put out. Oh, that's cute. This is the approval. This is what I was talking about, 10 unexpected Thanksgiving sides and starters. So check out that video, leave it linked down below. Good job. Okay, and so the reason that I go through the trouble of writing out all my prep and stuff before I even go grocery shopping is because it helps me to be in the mindset so that when I am grocery shopping, I won't accidentally forget something. And then like because I'm writing out all my prep, including like things that I need to get done around the house like decorations, I made sure to check to see if I had napkins. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I actually ran out of napkins. Like, look, we don't have a single napkin in our entire house. And like, I don't know how that happened. So it's good timing because I'll be going to Costco. So I'll be picking that up too. So those are just kind of things that you keep in mind. Excuse me. And then once you start writing out all of the things that you have to get done, then you kind of are like, well, realistically, can I actually accomplish all these things before Thanksgiving? Like, is this actual recipe gonna take too long? Truth be told, even though I'm a chef, I take shortcuts too, okay? Because especially if I'm the one that's gonna be cooking all of the dishes, because that's what I do when I invite people. I usually don't have them bring stuff like a potluck. It's just, I just do it. I just want them to come and enjoy. For me, for instance, I love the classic Pillsbury Grand with the flaky layer biscuits. And I have a biscuit recipe too that I make from scratch. But you know what? It's not worth it for this time around. It's just too much work and mess and prep. So I'm just gonna buy those. Oh my gosh, that took a really long time to do. Probably longer than I even expected because I was tweaking it a lot and putting in a lot of details. By now, I'm gonna be like kind of in the rush hour, madhouse, like after work crowd. And I did have an advantage earlier to go to the store earlier today, but you know, I guess this is more realistic to the rest of you guys anyway too, to just be like fighting through the crowd. We'll see. It might take a couple of stores and I might not be able to even finish today because I had a later start. Yep, I told you it was long. All right, here's my little script. I feel like I'm auditioning for a play. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know how long this is. I wrote a novel, guys, a novel. But look, I even included general prep like vacuum the house, clean clutter, set out Christmas tree. Hey, and you need your home to be festive, right? Okay, so I just made it to Costco and I did not even try to find a good parking spot. I'm like as far away as you can be, but I parked right next to the shopping cart return, so at least that's going for me. I'm gonna head in and hopefully it won't be a madhouse, like it won't be as bad as I'm expecting. Not to be sidetracked or anything, but I just bought this air fryer. Actually, Joe picked it up for me and it's still in the box, so I didn't get to see what it looks like, but now I see it and it's cool. It's endorsed by Cat Cora. Gonna look at my list and focus. I think I'm gonna head over to the turkeys and ham section first just to make sure that the big items are covered, because all the other grocery items I can find at any other store, so we'll check that out first. The good thing is there's a lot of turkeys here, but even though it says fresh, it feels frozen, which I think I expected because, you know, that's just how it gets transferred over and stuff. So I'm just gonna have to let it defrost in the fridge. And also I'm going for about a 14-pound turkey. It's just shy of it. It's like 13.82 or something, because you don't wanna go for a turkey that's too big. You shouldn't really go over a 16-pound turkey because it just kind of loses its juiciness and everything. So if you're gonna go for a bigger crowd, then it's better to get 2 turkeys. But I know that's kind of like unpractical for some people, but just keep that in mind that smaller turkeys tend to be juicier and more tender. Okay, turkey, check. Okay, see, this is the reason why I get seriously tempted to just pick it up ready-made. I've tried both green beans in the past, these French fine ones and then these normal snipped green beans, and I found that these tend to be sweeter, so Lincoln likes them. They're a little bit more kid-friendly and you don't have to do anything much to them except for simply steam or blanch them. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna blanch them with garlic and butter. So I'm gonna grab maybe a couple bags of string beans. The produce is definitely getting picked through, especially the popular items like the green beans. And now I have a couple things of mushrooms for my stuffed mushrooms. Got some grapes for just general use, and charcuterie board, and some celery sticks. These would be so cute for the charcuterie board. I never even knew they had this, but I think I'm gonna definitely get this. And I could also double it up for the tomatoes for the kale salad. So I only got this 10-pound bag of sweet potatoes because I feel like I need to eat more sweet potatoes, just in general, included in our diet. But I am not gonna buy a huge bag of regular potatoes for the mashed potatoes because we don't eat that many potatoes. Cart is slowly getting full, and I'm buying the necessities. Feel accomplished. Okay, so I wasn't gonna buy the 3 cartons of milk, you know, that comes in Costco for whole milk. If you have kids, you know what I mean. I wasn't gonna buy it because it takes up a lot of room in the fridge, but we did run out of milk. But now I'm thinking that I'm gonna make mac and cheese, which I never made in previous years, and that requires like 3.5 cups of whole milk. So I think I'm just gonna buy it, and then hopefully we still have room for the turkey and the ham and everything else in there. Oh, and by the way, if you think that I'm not embarrassed walking around Costco filming myself, you are wrong. You are seriously wrong, because I'm so embarrassed. Charcuterie board. I was gonna buy all different kinds of cheeses and just cut them and have them look pretty on the board, but I think I might just cheat and do this. Never mind, because I just found this amazing cheating thing. Isn't that so cool? It's called Cheese Flight. Did you guys know they sold this? It's like all different kinds of cheeses. And look, somebody else thought the same thing. They left their little deli slices over here too. Put this here, put this back. That looks more fancy. And you know what? Instead of this, I think I'm gonna go with this thing. It's like a salami trio, and right now it's $3 off. But seriously, way to go, Costco. Putting these little cheese and salamis next to each other. You know what's up. Okay, so I came here for the butter. Yes, this is the best deal. I usually keep it frozen and pull it out as I need it anyway, but for Thanksgiving, it's a must. Do I want sour cream in my mashed potatoes this year? I was debating. I usually get my Parmesan from here too. It's Parmigiano Reggiano, and I'm going to use this for my kale salad and stuffed mushrooms. This is exactly what I need for my mac and cheese. I need Colby and sharp cheddar. So there you go, Costco. Okay, I got my Colby, sharp cheddar. I usually always get this sparkling cider because it just reminds me of my childhood. It's very retro, non-alcoholic. We're gonna have wine too. Should I get it? I don't know. Gotta pick up the Coke Zero as per the husband's request. Okay, after some consideration, as much as it pains me, I think that I'm gonna put this epic cheese board cheese flight thing back. I'm sorry to our guests, but I think it's just a little too much cheese, too big for our particular size party. There's only gonna be like, was it 7 adults? I might have to find them at Aldi or something instead. I love putting out things that are like picklish, you know, because it breaks up all the fatty foods. So I usually put out pickles and beets. Can't have Thanksgiving without chicken stock. I always get this thing. So I did end up putting that cheese flight board and the salami trio back, and actually I don't regret it now that I have time to walk around, because it was just too much cheese and salami for our small group of people. So I think that I might be done for today at Costco. I'm gonna try to look for just a couple more things that I need. After that, I might have to just pick the rest of this stuff up tomorrow at a normal grocery store, like the herbs and the smaller items. It's on sale for $5.79, so okay. This I can get for the charcuterie board. Crackers, you can always eat. This is not Thanksgiving related, but I just need these. So I didn't get everything that I needed, but I did get the majority of things off my list. So I think it's just time to check out, head home. That's gonna move my schedule back an extra day, but it's okay, because you know, you gotta give yourself grace. You gotta do what you gotta do, and you can't find everything, or you know, it's too much in bulk at Costco, then you gotta go somewhere else. So, and you know, Costco doesn't normally have all the fresh herbs and like all of the produce and all of the things that you need. So I'm gonna definitely do a second trip. So I'm back home, and that was all I could accomplish. We're gonna finish this camera and then Mommy will get you milk, okay? You gotta wait 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, so I made it back home and that was all I could accomplish for today. I had to do some shopping for other things, so I couldn't go to any other grocery stores, but I hope you enjoyed tagging along on day 1. So stay tuned for day 2. So make sure that you hit that. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you know when that comes out. I'm hoping that you're enjoying this reality show style of vlogging, and I'll be doing some cooking soon, so stay tuned for that. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.